The palate. The roof of the mouth. Feel the universe and galaxies spiraling and charging the palate. A circuit flow from there down. A circuit flow from the palate down through the tongue. Feel the primordial love energy on the palate. This is the most important energy that we need every day. If you want more energy, just become aware of the palate's universal energy. There are 6 directional universal energies. They are below, above, left, right, front and back. Everything is spiraling and moving around us. When we are aware of the universal spiraling energies, we can charge energy into ourself. Feel the connection with the tongue and the front palate. The microcosmic orbit meditation awakens, circulates and directs energy through a governing channel, which ascends from the base of the spine up to the head, and the functional or conception channel, which runs from the tip of the tongue down the middle of the torso to the perineum. Dedicated practice of this ancient esoteric meditation eliminates stress and nervous tension, energizes the internal organs, restores health to damaged tissue, and builds a strong sense of personal well-being. The microcosmic orbit is the foundation of cosmic healing energy meditation practice. Each new practice is dependent upon the high quality of your meditations and your ability to perfect the microcosmic orbit. In order to master cosmic energy meditation, one must practice meditation daily. The meditations in the microcosmic orbit also strengthen the original energy and teach us the basics of circulating energy. They allow the palms, the solace of the feet, the mid-eyebrow point and the crown to open. These specific locations are the major points where energy can be absorbed, condensed and transformed into fresh new life force. The throat center will activate the thyroid and parathyroid and thymus glands. The following steps are a summary of the basic microcosmic orbit meditation to be utilized in conjunction while doing the cosmic orbit meditation. 1. Be aware of the crown and the North Star. Feel the crown and heart being pulled toward North Star. 2. Be aware the solace of the feet and the bones growing down into the ground. Feel the solace of the feet breathing. The energy from Earth and galaxy below enter into the solace at the bubbling springs points and travel up into your bones. 3. Be aware the spin in the earth, which affects every cell in the body. Spiraling at 1,000-mile rotations per hour and 37,000-mile rotations per hour around the sun, and feel this spiral inside you. 4. Focus on the lower energy center, the area where the original energy is stored, between the navel, kidney sand, sexual organs. Feel the pulsing in this area. Observe whether this area feels tense or relaxed, cool or warm, expansive or contracting. Notice any sensations of energy, tingling, heat, expansiveness, pulsing, electric or magnetic sensations. Allow these to grow and expand. Then let this energy flow out to the navel center. 5. Use your intention to spiral in the navel point, guiding and moving the energy. Let the energy flow down to the sexual center. 6. Move the energy from the sexual center to the perineum and down to the solace of the feet. 7. Draw the energy up from the solace to the perineum and to the sacrum. 8. Draw the energy up from the sacrum to the door of life. 9. Draw the energy up to the mid-spine point. 10. Draw the energy up to the base of the skull. 11. Draw the energy up to the crown. 12. Move the energy down from the crown to the mid-eyebrow point. 13. Touch the tip of your tongue to your upper palate, press and release a few times, then lightly touch the palate, sensing the electric or tingling feeling in the tip of the tongue. Move the energy down from the mid-eyebrow to where the tip of your tongue and palate meet. 14. Move the energy down from the palate through your tongue to the throat center. 15. Move the energy down from the throat to the heart center. 16. Bring the energy down from the heart to the solar plexus and feel a small sun shining out. 17. Bring the energy back down to the navel. 18. Continue to circulate your energy through this entire sequence of points, at least 9 times. Once the pathways are open, you can let your energy flow continuously like a river of energy without needing to stop at each point. 19. Conclude when you wish by collecting energy at the navel. The gut is the anchor to the rest of your body. If we are performing energy work, become connected to the gut. After conception, the embryo is divided and immediately adhered to the wall of the uterus. The umbilical cord through which the fetus feeds then begins to grow. The point where the umbilical cord is attached to the baby is the navel. When the fetus is still in the mother's womb, energy enters the navel through the umbilical cord. Then it travels through the left kidney, the right kidney continues, descends to the sexual center and the perineum, up the spine to the head, then down the tongue and back to the navel. It's a continuous energetic circle. The fetus feeds on energy through the umbilical cord and removes waste through the navel. After centering on the gut brings you to the present moment in the here and now. The energy that travels through the body comes from there. The umbilical center is responsible for balancing all forces, and is the center of physical gravity. Throughout life, the body moves around this center, no matter what position it is in. Returning to the primordial force, the born-again process. The opening of the cosmic orbit, the born-again process. In the womb we receive nutrients from our mother. Through the umbilical cord, touch the tongue to the roof of the mouth, to complete the cosmic energy circuit. We then receive the nutrient energy from the universe and store it in the gut. Energy or ki is the energy of life itself, a balance of yin and yang, God, and the Holy Spirit's electromagnetic energy which flows through everything in creation. The tongue ki energy meridian at the roof of the mouth, the Ren and Du meridians complete the circuit. The Ren, 2 main acupuncture meridians that run through the center of your body. Front yin and back. The Ren and yin are called the small heavenly orbit. The Tong in energy means to open, and be connected. Born again process, returning to primordial forces. The cosmic orbit is sometimes called the born again process. The Ren meridian are yin life force energy within the subtle body. It represents a more fundamental level of energetic functioning. Along with the Du meridian, yang energy when joined together forms the circuit. As such, it is of central importance as a means for accessing and transmuting the whole pathway of the Ren meridian conception vessel. The Ren meridian originates in the uterus in females and in the lower abdomen in males and emerges onto the surface of the body in the perineum. From there it ascends along the midline of the abdomen, chest, throat, and jaw, ending in the groove just below the lower lip. An internal portion of the channel then winds around the mouth, connecting above the upper lip and ascending just below the eye. A branch of the yin meridian begins in the pelvic cavity, enters the spine and ascends to the base of the skull and lower jaw. This branch of the yin meridian that runs basically parallel if not fully intertwined with the yang points. There are mutual interdependence between the yin meridians and the yang of meridians. The trajectory of the yin meridian, along with the midline of the anterior portion of the torso, allow for direct access, via its acupuncture points, to the most important internal organs. Because it traverses the lower abdomen, it also is used to access and nourish the lower abdomen, the storehouse of the body's deepest energy center. Not just any energy center, but also the wellspring of human energy. It is the residence of our original energy, the pure form of water energy. The abdomen has layers of fat, muscles, tendons and fascia which are all conductors of energy. When very good conductors of energy are sandwiched with lesser ones, it functions like a battery and energy can be stored. This energy is behind the abdominal muscles, in the guts, a constitution that is perfect for storing energy. This is a neural network sometimes referred to as the second brain. Massages energize and condition this area to hold an increased capacity of energy. Meridian are lines that connect the surface of the body with the internal organs. As long as energy can flow through these energy channels, every organ and major region in the body has the energy to function. What is the difference between chakras and meridians? Chakras are spiritual energy centers located in our spiritual bodies that channels universal life force energy of our physical and spiritual selves. They are considered both transmitters and receivers of energy. Meridians are energy paths in the body in which spirit energy flows through. The stomach meridian. The stomach meridian starts at between the lower eyelid and the eye socket, and runs down the face and loops up to the forehead. It backtracks down across the shoulder, down the ribs, along the stomach, and then down the leg ending at the outside edge of the second toe. Some studies have been released that found out that every cell functions like an electric battery, able to store electric charge. This makes us believe that the human body is basically one big battery, made from millions of small ones. Some researchers have explained that conductivity on the skin and other parts of the body varies. Higher conductivity at acupuncture points are energy channels, which are like wires that carry electric current, like capacitors which regulate the current. The gut, which functions like a large battery that stores a charge and is able to provide an electromotive force and distribute energy throughout the body. The lower gut has a similar structure to the brain, with the capacity for memory. It is connected through the spinal cord and the central nervous system, where electric conductivity is highest and resistance is lowest. They function almost as one unit. The lower brain can store bioelectricity, and the mind that generates an idea creates an electromotive force and leads it to the body for action. This center is about a ball-sized area inside the lower body, behind the navel. From this place all power that mobilizes the body originates. This ball, your center of gravity, is surrounded by different muscle groups and connective tissues that are related to this center. This complex network of tissues is linked to most body lines of connection. This means that even if you wish to express power in your fingers, you have to rely on the connection to it. The stronger the neurological pathways are for making this connection, and the more aware you are, the stronger you can express your power. The real lower gut is an area of highly conductive tissues which functions as a large battery and store or supply electric charge. It is the residence of your original energy, which is an important pure water energy which was generated from our original essence. Through concentration and meditation we can energize our gut, and with practice we will be able to condition this area to hold an increasing capacity of energy. With an abundant amount of energy in our gut, we can start our small circulation and increase the natural energy flow within our body and become a stronger and healthier person. The gut has a similar structure to the brain and is capable of memory. By becoming aware of it and cultivating the connection between our two brains, we can strengthen our body, its neurological pathways to express power more efficiently and create harmony and balance. The gut is the center of gravity and plays an important role to express power in all parts of the body. Being aware of the gut will ultimately lead to full body awareness and help ease tension of the muscles while connecting the head, chest, arms, and legs together as one. The gut can be used as a meditation object which will bring you in the present moment and cultivate energy at the same time. What is the function of Jing in the kidney? The kidneys stores Jing and essence. Digested foods and fluids are first transformed into nutrient substances in the stomach, and then further transformed into nutrient essence by the spleen. This nutrient essence or acquired Jing is mainly responsible for irrigating and nourishing the organs so they can maintain their daily functions. In particular, Yang balances yin and yang in the head and brain as it carries the kidneys' Jing but is itself yang in nature. The yang connects upwards with the brain and downwards with the kidneys, it is therefore the channel connection between kidneys and brain. The kidneys store Jing and the brain is filled by marrow. To nourish the Jing and fill marrow we use the yang. Nourish the brain and marrow when marrow is full, thinking is clear. The marrow is rooted in the Jing and connects downwards with the yang meridian. When the kidneys are warm and nourishes, the marrow is full. Hence heart, brain, and kidneys are all related to the yang meridian with a relation of mutual nourishment and influence. Tonifying the kidneys can nourish the marrow and the brain. Strengthen the mind. The mind is closely related to the kidney Jing. Life comes about through the Jing. When the two Jing unite, they form the mind. The two Jing, one yin, one yang, unite to form life. The Jing of mother and father unite to form the mind. Therefore the mind comes into being originally from the prenatal Jing which is stored in the kidneys. Of course, after birth, it is supplemented by the postnatal Jing. As the brain was considered by some energy doctors to be the seat of the mind together with the heart, treatment of the yang influences the mind profoundly because it treats both kidney Jing and the brain. Although the mind is housed in the heart, its foundation is in the kidney Jing. As kidney Jing produces marrow which fills the brain, there were, over the centuries, energy doctors who attributed mental functions and consciousness to the brain rather than the heart. Note, regarding the kidney Jing being the foundation of the mind which brings Jing to the head mind, which are the kidneys. This is the meaning in reference to the brain being the residence of the original mind, i.e. the brain is formed from marrow and kidneys which store the prenatal Jing that is the origin of the mind. In fact the mind is housed indeed in the heart, but it also resides in the brain and originates from the pre-natal Jing. Therefore in order to strengthen the mind, it is necessary to treat both the heart and the kidneys. The elements and awareness. The 5 elements play a major role in the way we see the universe. Stillness in other traditions referred to as the void or God, or the ultimate stillness, creation brings forth yin and yang. These are transformed into each other in an eternal cyclic movement, tai. Energy, which generates the 5 elements, the stages in the transformation of yin into yang and yang into yin. They are also symbolized as water, wood, fire, earth, and metal or air. Of course, earth and all living things are composed of these elements. Energy flow. First is good to know how does these 2 poles of energy yin and yang flow through our bodies. Yin flows in the body through meridians or energy channels up towards head and yang in opposite direction towards earth.